We are preparing to go live. Redirecting to YouTube. Okay, guys, we are live. Let me go to the editor. Okay, I have a link and I'm sending it to the daily call now.
Hello, everyone watching, all our 13 viewers. We're holding house momentarily before we get started. Thanks for being with us. You just get to watch our beautiful faces right now.
Thank you, Becca. For our artist, Rebecca Dominguez says to break legs. Do you have a joke, Logan? I don't have a joke.
No. I don't have jokes prepared. What do you call a bear out in the rain? A drizzly bear. That's my joke.
I made like a slight chuckle, like a, might not have seen it.
It's not great.
I mean, there's this funeral home near here, and it always has jokes on its billboard. And the one it's had up for like a month or two is, why aren't pregnant women called bodybuilders? And that makes me giggle every time I drive past it. But then I think about the fact that it's a funeral home.
That's a good joke, actually. That was a solid execution.
Cool. It's 7:04, so whenever you want to get started, Logan.
Got you turn off your cam.
I am. Give me a second. Oh my God.
All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to the Quarantine series. I'm Logan Butcher. I'm a co-producer of the series. We are a Houston, Texas-based virtual play reading series that offers new plays a workshop process, rehearsals, and a directed public reading, all through virtual conferencing and live streaming. Tonight, we'll be presenting the first half of the 2020 University of Houston 10-Minute Play Festival. This particular festival was canceled at UH due to the current COVID crisis, so we're bringing it live to you tonight virtually. Pretty awesome. At the end of the presentation tonight, I'll be facilitating a talkback with many of the artists involved. We'll be taking questions from the chat on our YouTube live link. So make sure you're logged in and you're able to type in the chat, and stay tuned afterwards to have those questions answered by the cast, the directors, and the playwrights. So without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Carolyn Richards, who will be reading stage directions tonight. I hope y'all all enjoy the show.
Our first play of the evening is Family Emergency by Jane Lee, directed by Claire Keating. Marge will be played by Dominique Meyer, the Doctor will be played by Philip Kershaw, and Joni will be played by Amy Curtis. The place, a hospital emergency room. Time, the present. Act 1, Scene 1. Setting, hospital emergency room. 2 chairs and 2 cots, or cubes to represent cots, or additional chairs in place of cots. At Rise, Marge is sitting on a cot holding a towel to her head. Doctor enters holding a clipboard.
Hello, I'm the doctor on duty. You're Marge, correct? I see we have a head injury here. What happened?
I got mugged.
Oh no, you were robbed?
No, I didn't say I was robbed. I said I got mugged.
What do you mean? Isn't that the same thing?
No, I got mugged. I got hit in the head with a mug.
Excuse me?
A mug! You know, a mug like you drink coffee out of?
Oh, a mug. You mean a drinking mug. You got hit in the head with a drinking mug.
Aren't you listening? That's what I've been telling you.
How is it that you got hit in the head with this mug?
My batshit crazy sister threw it at me.
You mean in an altercation of some sort?
All I know is my sister threw the damn thing at my head. And she's got a damn good aim. She's played softball, pitcher. I don't know if it was a fastball or a curveball, but she threw it hard.
Why would she do that?
Because she's batshit crazy. How the hell should I know?
Were you arguing?
Can you call it arguing if one person is calm and reasonable and the other person is batshit crazy? If that's what you call arguing, then sure, I guess we were arguing.
Well, let's take a look and see how bad it is. Do you have any other injuries besides your head?
My hand hurts.
What happened to your hand?
I guess I must have hurt it when I punched my sister in the nose.
You punched your sister in the nose?
Why are you repeating everything I said? I just told you, didn't I? I punched my sister in the nose. Believe me, she has a hard nose. You hear people being hard-nosed? My sister is literally hard-nosed. I might as well have been punching a wall. Hello? Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm in the emergency room. Crazy bitch threw a mug at my head. That's it for me, you know what I'm saying? I am through with this woman. Just up and throws a mug at my head. I could have been killed.
Excuse me, we actually don't permit the use of cell phones in here.
Do you mind? I'm on the phone here, and you're interrupting my conversation.
Do you see the sign there? No cell phones.
Could you be any more inconsiderate? I just told you I'm in the middle of a call. Sorry. I don't know, the doctor wants something? Hang on. What's your problem?
We don't allow cell phones here.
What? Are you crazy? No cell phones? What are you, from the Dark Ages? Sorry. You wouldn't believe what this doctor's trying to tell me. Trying to tell me I can't use my own damn phone. Is that not the craziest thing you've ever heard?
I'm sorry, but you're disturbing the other patients.
What other patients? Oh, hey, you over there, one puking in a bucket. Am I disturbing you? Didn't think so. I'm the one being disturbed. All I'm trying to do is talk to my friend about my batshit crazy sister attacking me with a mug, and you don't want to let me use my own damn phone? I know! Can you believe it? What is this world coming to, that a woman can't use her own damn phone?
You know, we can get you out of here faster if you cooperate.
Look, I gotta go. The doctor wants something. Call me back, okay? Yeah, give me 10 minutes.
You'll need stitches for that cut, and a tetanus shot too. I'll put the order in and the nurse will give you the shot.
A shot? I don't want no damn shot. Why would I wait around for a shot? Are you trying to pull something here? Just stitch me up so I can go home.
If you want to go home, we need to give you a tetanus shot first, unless you already had one. Do you know if you've had a tetanus shot recently?
I might have had one the last time I was here.
And when was that?
2 weeks ago.
What happened 2 weeks ago?
I got hit in the arm with a glass bottle.
And how did that happen?
How do you think it happened? My sister again. Did I mention she has a good aim? Softball pitcher?
Yes, you mentioned that. Do you get into altercations with your sister often?
No, not all often. Only about once a week or so. Last week was a slow week.
Every week. Does it always get physical?
No, of course not. It doesn't get physical until she starts throwing things. Then I have to reciprocate, don't I? That's what relationships are all about. Reciprocity. You can't have a healthy relationship without reciprocity.
What were you arguing about that things got so heated?
Out of nowhere, she asked me for $200. I said, I don't have that kind of money. And if I did, I wouldn't give it to her. She said I was selfish and cheap. I told her she was greedy and spoiled. She said she hoped I would die. I told her I'd rather be dead than give her money. And then she threw the mug. I had to punch her then, didn't I? What else could I do? And then my head started bleeding and my hand hurt, so I came here.
Well, we'll check our records and make sure you got a tetanus shot the last time you were here. In the meantime, come with me and we'll get an x-ray of your hand. Make sure it's not broken.
After a minute, Joni enters, holding a towel to her face. She sits on the other cot.
Hello? Can I get some help here? Hello? This place is outrageous. I've been waiting for 2 hours and they finally call me in and there's not even a doctor here?
Hi, I'm the doctor on duty. You're Joni, right? I see we have a facial injury. What happened here?
Took you long enough. Where have you been?
I have other patients to attend to. This is an emergency room, you know. We see a lot of urgent cases that require our attention.
What, a broken nose isn't urgent enough for you?
Is that what your problem is?
No, you're my problem. I've been waiting for 2 hours.
What happened to your nose?
I got punched.
You got punched in the nose. Was it an altercation of some sort?
Can you call it an altercation if one person is calm and reasonable and the other one is throwing punches? If that's what you want to call an altercation, then sure, I guess it was an altercation.
It doesn't look broken to me. Do you have any other injuries besides your nose?
My hand's bleeding.
And how did that happen?
I was picking up some broken pieces of ceramic and they cut my hand. The pieces were sharp.
Broken ceramic. And you were punched in the nose.
That's what I just told you. Why are you repeating everything I say?
You wouldn't happen to have a sister by any chance, would you?
Why are you asking?
Joni?
Oh, go fuck yourself, Marge!
What the hell are you doing here? I told you I never want to see you again. And now you come here to the one place where I am.
Well, what do you think I'm doing here? You broke my fucking nose and now I need a doctor. What the hell are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here? You threw a fucking mug at my head and now I need a doctor.
I take it this is your sister.
My batshit crazy sister.
Why are you talking to her like she's your best friend?
It's just that I met her before I met you.
Why is she getting helped before me? I've been waiting for 2 hours. How long did she wait?
I'm not sure, but we triage patients based on medical need, not arrival time.
Isn't that just how it is? Always got special treatment from mom and dad, and now you're getting special treatment at the emergency room. I hate how everyone gives you special treatment. Everyone always favors you.
What a load of bullshit. Mom and dad did not favor me. They favored you. They went to watch every one of your stupid softball games. But did they ever come to watch me in my spelling bees? Never. Not once.
All I ever heard about was you and your spelling bees and how smart you were. Did they ever once talk about my softball championships? Never. Not once. It was always about you, you know, all about you.
Excuse me, would you mind lowering your voice?
What did you just say to me?
Would you mind speaking a little more quietly? This is a hospital. There are sick people here, and you're causing a bit of a scene.
Why would you direct that statement at me?
I'm sorry.
Why would you tell me that I'm the one making a scene? She's making just as much of a scene as I'm making a scene, but you're not telling her to be quiet, you're just telling me.
I'm sorry. Could you both be a little quieter, please?
Don't tell me what to do. I'll talk as loudly as I want to.
See how she is? Inconsiderate. All she thinks about is herself.
Why don't you let me take a look at your hand? You may need some staples for this cut.
Staples? What do you mean staples? In my skin? I'm not letting you put staples in my skin.
No, calm down. It's not like staples like a regular stapler at an office supply store. These are medical staples. It won't hurt at all. It's just a way to close the wound.
Are you crazy? Do y'all hear this person talking to me? This crazy ass doctor wants to put fucking staples in my skin. No, sir. You are not putting staples in my skin.
If it really bothers you that much, we can do stitches instead, but it'll take longer.
Longer? How much longer? I've been here for hours already. This is the slowest damn emergency room in the world.
We'll need to give you a tetanus shot too.
Here you go again with this shot business. Why can't we just get stitched up and go home?
When you get a cut like this, you need a tetanus shot. It's very important. Have you had a tetanus shot recently?
I think so. Last time I was here, 2 weeks ago.
What happened then?
I cut my hand picking up some broken glass.
From the bottle you threw at your sister?
Oh, so now you're taking her side.
I'm not taking anyone's side. I'm just trying to sort out what happened. Let me go look at our records and verify whether you've had the shot.
All you had to do was give me a little extra help so I could pay for a plane ticket to go visit mom and dad while mom's sick. You're the one who's been nagging me to go, and you know I don't have the money.
I gave you money last month. You're the one who went and spent it on something else. How is that my fault?
I had to pay my electric bill. What was I supposed to do? Stay in the dark?
You just don't care about them. I knew you would bail. I knew we couldn't count on you.
We're all set. You both got the shots last time you were here. I'll stitch you up and then you'll be both on your way.
Doctor begins working on Marge.
If you want me to give you money, then show me your finances. Let me see your bank statements and your credit card bills. I want to know how you're spending the money I give you.
That is private. You have no right to go snooping through my finances. That's none of your business.
No bank statements from you, no money from me. It's that simple.
Why should I go anyways? You're their favorite. They don't even like me. Even whenever we were kids.
At least they didn't hit you like they hit me.
What are you talking about? They hit me all the time.
Not the way they hit me. Not with a belt. Not with a broom handle.
Mom threw a hardcover book at my head. Dad punched me in the stomach with a closed fist.
Yes, but I always stepped in to save you. I always tried to stop them from hitting you.
That's true. You did try.
Not that it did any good. Just turned to me and hit me instead.
I tried to stand up for you when that happened. You know, I screamed at them to stop.
But they never did.
Oh, they never did.
Pause. Doctor finishes up Marge and begins working on Joni.
Have you two ever considered anger management therapy?
Why would you say that?
You seem to be getting into a lot of altercations.
I don't need anger management. I'm not an angry person.
You're the angriest person I know.
Well, I like being angry. I feel strong when I'm angry. I'm in control when I'm angry.
The trouble is you're not in control when you're angry. You aren't in control of your own actions. You aren't in control of your temper.
I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm in total control. I wouldn't have thrown that mug at her if she didn't deserve it. Sometimes a bitch just needs a mug upside the head.
I would really recommend anger management classes. It seems to me you were raised in a violent environment and you never learned to manage your anger appropriately.
We're managing just fine, thank you very much. It's none of your business how we were raised.
then maybe you should just stay away from each other. Try to avoid all these altercations and injuries.
We can't do that. We're family. Don't you have family of your own, Doctor?
Well, yes, of course, but we don't throw things at each other.
Then you should know how important family is. You can be yourself with family. You don't have to hold back.
Maybe you should start holding back. A little self-restraint might be safer for you.
We're not here to get advice. We're just here to get stitches.
Well, your stitches are all done. I'm discharging you both.
About time.
See you next week, Doc. Try to make it a little faster next time, will you?
Marge and Joni exit. Fade to black. End of play. That was Family Emergency by Jane Lee, directed by Claire Keating. Philip Kershaw played the doctor, Amy Curtis played Joni, and Dominique Meyer played Marge. Up next is First Pregnancy Scare by Addie Symonds, directed by Claire Keating. Lucy will be played by Emma Bolduc, Jen will be played by Kaylin Schaefer, and Jarrett will be played by Cade Colligan. Lucy sits in a car in the passenger seat waiting for her mother, Jen, to get in. They are about to be on the way to San Antonio for a mother-daughter triathlon. Lucy is on the phone.
I don't know. I'm just nauseous. How many days has it been? 2? No, it had to be more than that. I could have sworn it was Wednesday. Do people usually know this fast? On The Sims, it's like they have sex and then the next morning they wake up and they're throwing up and wearing maternity clothes. No, I didn't throw up. I haven't thrown up since like 2006. I just feel it. Oh, she's coming back. I gotta go. Sorry, bye.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Jen starts driving.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah?
So, like, this is totally hypothetical, but, like, if somebody, not me, but somebody was pregnant, like, how soon, hypothetically, would they know? Like, they wouldn't know a few days afterwards, would they?
Oh my God.
Not me.
Serious?
Not me. It's a hypothetical.
I thought you were using protection.
We are, but hypothetically, we tried it, just pulling out. Just one time, though.
You should not have done that. You should have gone to the clinic right away to get the after pill. That was very irresponsible. I really, really hope you're not pregnant.
Maybe we could stop at the store and get one.
It's too late. You have to take it the morning after. And this better not be the morning after, considering you were home last night.
No, Mom, it was a few days ago when I was still at school, before I moved out of the dorms. And it's different now. Like, it's more effective the morning after, but you can still take it up to a few days later. I think they have it at CVS. Please, Mom, I'm sorry. Please help me.
Well, look it up on Google to be sure.
Okay.
That was very, very, very stupid. You're 20 years old. Your body is at its most fertile right now. If you get pregnant, you're going to have to go and get a teaching certification. Forget acting. You're going to have to make enough money to support a child. You would be throwing your entire future away.
They have it at CVS. Can we stop at the one on North Braeswood?
Fine.
Thank you, Mom. I'm so sorry.
You're paying for this yourself. Do you have enough money?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. God, Lucy.
I know. I'm sorry.
I mean, what were you thinking?
I wasn't.
Well, duh. Is that Jarrett? Put him on speaker.
Mom, no.
Hello, Jarrett.
Hey, are you okay? Why aren't you answering?
This is Jennifer, Lucy's mom. We met briefly a few days ago after Lucy was moving her stuff out of the dorms.
Oh, hi, Miss Pasternak.
Why don't you take a guess on what me and Lucy are doing right now?
So I'm guessing you know about...
The unprotected sex? Mm-hmm. Sure do, Jarrett. So, let me ask you, why do you want to throw away your future?
I'm so sorry. It was a huge mistake. We've always been careful.
So if you've always been careful, why did you decide to do this? Why this one time? Why this one time did you decide to take that risk?
I don't know. It was so stupid.
Oh, I think you know.
I do.
People do things for reasons.
I mean, oh God. Okay. We wanted to try it.
Well, guess what? You tried it. How was it?
Uh-huh.
How was it?
Mom!
Miss Sazerac, I am so sorry. We are so much smarter than this. It was my fault. I am such a fucking idiot.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Don't say that about yourself.
I mean, it's true though. I mean, that was so stupid of me.
Okay, Jared, well, tearing yourself down isn't going to fix it.
Jen suddenly swerves. We hear another car honk.
What the heck, you stupid dingbat? Can we go through the drive-thru?
No, Mom, just park.
Look, Jared. We all make mistakes.
I just really love your daughter. And I hate that this is our first real conversation.
Jen is parking. Lucy tries to get her to give her phone back, but Jen pushes her out of the car. Lucy exits.
Look, Jared, I'm sure you're a good kid, and I didn't mean to freak you out there.
Of all people, I should know better. I mean, my mom was Lucy's age and she had me. I mean, I can't believe I was about to do that to her. I usually don't do stupid things like this.
I'm sure you don't.
I also don't usually cry this much. Usually Lucy is the emotional one. This is so embarrassing.
I shouldn't have dragged you into this.
Oh no, are you kidding? It's what I deserve. Oh my God.
Okay, Jared, it's gonna be okay. Can I let you go? I need to call my husband.
Oh my God, are you gonna tell him?
Oh no. I was just gonna tell him that Lucy and I are about to leave for a trip.
Oh no, your trip. This is a terrible way to start a mother-daughter trip.
It's really okay, Jared.
Miss P, to make it up to you, I want Lucy to play the song I wrote for her.
Oh yeah, Lucy did say band.
I really think if you hear it, you'll understand how much Lucy means to me. I'll send it to her.
Okay, Jared. Look, don't worry about this. It's gonna be fine.
Okay, Miss P. I really appreciate it.
Lucy re-enters and gets back in the car. She reads the instructions and opens the packaging to the Plan B.
Take care.
Bye.
Be sure to read the instructions.
Mom, you really shouldn't have done that.
Well, consider this a lesson. Hopefully, the next time you try to do something like this stupid, then well. Here, you use this one. Other one's a little melted.
I'm sorry.
What?
Nothing.
What was it?
I mean, it's nothing. It's just Jared wrote me a song, and he kept telling me it wasn't ready for me to hear it, but he just sent it to me.
Well, let's hear it.
Oh no, I don't think that.
But he told me he was sending to you, so it's.
He did?
Yeah, he wanted me to hear it. Call him right now, and he'll tell you.
Oh, you were right. He said to play it, so then, I mean, I guess it's okay.
My weakness and my views. I should have known all along that it was you. You're a shy little thing, but I want to see what you bring. Girl, I want to steal you away, so I can feel you every way.
Blackout. That was First Pregnancy Scare by Addie Symonds, with Emma Bolduc as Lucy, Caitlin Schaefer as Jen, and Cade Colligan as Jarrett. Make sure to drop your questions in the comments. Next up is Holy Spirit, You Are Welcome Here by Comfort Katchy. Megan will be played by Dominique Meyer, and Sharon will be played by Anna Maria Ward. We are in the back of a white Ford Econoline van. Megan and Sharon's wrists are tied behind their backs. The only light present in the van has been gifted by the moon. The van has been bouncing along for hours. Megan and Sharon are extremely exhausted.
Oh, can we stop for a second, please? My head hurts.
Okay.
I don't think any of those ideas are gonna work.
They might.
Pumping is making my stomach hurt.
Are you gonna throw up again?
I don't think so.
Good. It already smells really bad.
I hope we stop soon. He has to pee at some point.
True. Unless he's one of those people that can hold their peace for an obscene amount of time. I can hold mine for a really long time, but this has been a really long time. But maybe he's wearing a diaper. That sounds practical.
I'm realizing something about myself right now.
What's that?
I get very angry when I'm annoyed.
Am I annoying you?
Yes. No,
Sorry. I get angry when I get annoyed too. How long can you hold your pee?
I don't know.
I can hold mine for a really long time. I've always held my pee. That's why I never stop for a public bathroom. Well, that and public bathrooms creep me out, so I always hold my pee.
Why do public bathrooms creep you out?
I saw that movie Saw. You know, the one with the white clown and the guy that has to saw off his own foot. Anyways, I saw that movie when I was too young to be watching movies like that, and so bathrooms have always creeped me out since. Yeah, but that's why I hate going to public bathrooms. I always panic on the inside.
I'm sorry. I really had to pee.
I know. I wanted Cheetos.
Are there any left?
Cheetos?
Yeah.
Let me check. No.
Ah!
Do you want to pray?
What?
Pray.
For what?
For us?
Oh. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you want to go?
But I said yeah.
Like, do you want to start the prayer?
But it was your idea.
Yeah, I know. I just like to ask because you never know. You might like praying. Do you like praying?
Yeah.
What do you believe about praying?
That God hears us. What do you like about praying?
That God hears us. I believe he really loves us, like a lot, and wants us to know, and wants to know us and us to know him. And because he cares, he knows what we need and responds accordingly because he knows all and he loves us. So it's like praying is us being able to talk to God directly and free of judgment, you know?
Yeah.
I like talking to him like he's my father.
Yeah. I talk to him like he's my friend.
I believe he always answers our prayers. Not always the way we expect, but he does.
Yeah.
So, what do you talk to him about?
Everything.
Like what?
Like, should I do this or should I do that?
Like what?
Like, should I do this or should I do that?
But Like, what?
Like, should I move to New York City and try to become a famous actress, or stay here in Texas and buy a farm?
I want a farm.
Yeah.
I want lots of cows and goats, like baby goats.
I want pigs. Teacup pigs.
Those are cute.
Yeah.
Do you want to pray?
Oh, yeah.
You can go first.
Okay. Hey God, Jesus, Lord and Savior, how's it going? Being holy and ruling the world. It's a good world you've made, so thank you. I'm grateful to be a part of it. So, my friend and I have been kidnapped. We're in the back of a van. It might be my fault. Forgive me, but we're scared. Very scared, God, Jesus Christ, mighty Savior. We're scared and need you to do something, anything like a flat tire and maybe a police officer waiting. I don't know. Anything to help. Please help. Amen.
Lord, I'm sorry for sinning, lying to my parents, having sex with, smoking weed. I'm sorry. I want to do the right thing and be righteous and all that, but it's hard. There's so much temptation down here. I know you know, but living down here is hard and scary sometimes. Like now, we're in the back of a van. It smells really bad. And maybe you can open a window or something. A police officer would help too. That would help. But yeah, can you send your Holy Spirit to comfort us? That would help too. Thanks for listening. In Jesus' blessed name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So, yes, now we wait.
What?
Well, I know God heard our prayer, so now we wait.
Do you really think he heard our prayer?
Yeah,
Will he do anything?
I think so. He helped Daniel out. Do you feel him?
No. Do you?
I think so.
I feel fear and confusion and maybe a rat.
I feel him. Jesus, can you get us out of here? We're scared. We're scared. This morning I was really scared. Almost more scared than I am now. I thought I was pregnant. I told God if he made me not pregnant, I'd start going to church again. And then I got my period. That's when I texted you. Are you a virgin?
No, but I'm celibate.
Why?
I want to save myself for my husband.
Does that still count? Like, because you're not a virgin?
I think so.
Oh. So yeah, God really came through for me this morning. I know he'll do it again.
How? How do you know?
He promised. There's nothing worth more that will ever come close. Nothing can compare. Your living hope, your presence, Lord. I've tasted and seen of the sweetest of loves, where my heart becomes free. and my shame is undone. In your presence, Lord. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for, to be overcome by your presence, Lord.
My heart isn't pounding as hard.
Mine either. Thank you for picking me up for Bible study. I know you didn't make it there, but thank you for coming to get me. It means a lot.
It's not a problem at all. Not having a car in Houston sucks. I know what it's like.
Yeah, not having friends sucks more.
I know what that's like too.
Yeah? Why did you invite me to church? I'm really grateful, but I just started working at Applebee's like a week ago, and I thought for sure you didn't like me because I talk too much and you barely know me.
Yeah, I know. It's because I see a lot of myself, of me, in you when I was your age.
How old are you?
26.
You're 26? Are you milking my cow?
What? No, I'm 26.
What? I thought you were at most 19. I'm 16.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. You look good for 26.
Thanks.
So, do you ever feel like you're a loser for working at Applebee's? Like, I always thought when I'm 26, I'd be making a lot of money. Not that we don't make a lot of money at Applebee's, but I never saw it as a real job. Like, I'm still in high school, so it's okay that I'm working there, but you're 26. Do you ever feel like a loser? Like, no offense. I'm just wondering.
Sometimes, but I also believe I'm where I'm supposed to be in life. Like, I don't think I'll be here forever, but I'm here now and I have a lot to be grateful for, and I am grateful. Well, in life, not here. Here I'm not. Oh my God, my heart's pounding so hard. I'm so scared. What if we don't get rescued?
We have to. We will. We are. Jesus is here, right?
Yeah, he is. He always is.
Okay. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here.
A small white light appears inside the van, unnoticed by the girls.
He's here. Do you feel him?
Yeah, I do. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here.
Holy Spirit, you are welcome here.
The light grows larger and larger.
I don't feel scared.
He's here.
The white light has grown large, encompassing the van. The van bounces along. Lights fade, blackout. That was Holy Spirit, You Are Welcome Here by Comfort Katchy. Megan, played by Dominique Meyer. Sharon, played by Anna Maria Ward. Thank you for watching. In a few moments, we will have all the artists logged back on for a Q&A facilitated by Logan Butcher.
That's me.
If we could please have all the artists turn back on their cameras and mute their mics, and we will start the question and answers, or talkback, as some call it.
Yeah. How about a virtual round of applause for these freaking actors and playwrights and directors tonight? Like, such a great show tonight. And for Carolyn. Like, What a queen. What an absolute queen.
Thank you.
Just for everybody to know, Carolyn did this with one night of tech and really facilitate all the stage directions in a beautiful way. So thank you for jumping in there.
It was my honor.
So talented. So I think the way I want to start this, as we wait for questions to roll into the chat, is for everyone to go around and introduce themselves. So I'll start. My name's Logan Butcher. I'm a co-producer here. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm really glad that y'all are all here tonight. So I'll just call you out and you can go ahead and turn on your mic. Madison, you want to go ahead?
Hi, I'm Madison Sutton. I'm the other half of the producing hat for the quarantine series, and I'm a stage management major at UH, and my pronouns are she, her.
Jane, do you want to go ahead?
Hi, I'm Jane Lee. I'm a playwright. I wrote Family Emergency, and my pronouns are she, her as well.
All right, Carolyn.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Richards. I read stage directions tonight, and my pronouns are also she, her.
Cade.
Hey guys, I'm Cade. I'm a freshman acting major at the University of Houston. I played Jarrett in First Pregnancy Scare.
And did a great job. Amy.
Hi guys, I'm Amy Curtis. I'm also a freshman acting major and I played Joni in Family Emergency. My pronouns are she, her.
Dom.
Hi, my name is Dominique. I am a sophomore acting major and my pronouns are she, her.
Emma.
Hi, I'm Emma Bolduke. I'm a freshman acting major and my pronouns are also she, her.
Addie.
Hi, I'm Addie. I'm a senior playwriting major at U of H and my pronouns are she, her.
Kaylin.
My name is Kaylin and I am a theater ed major at UH and I played Jen in First Pregnancy Scare and my pronouns are also she, her.
Gotcha. And Anna Maria.
Hi, I'm Anna Maria. I am graduated and a journalist. My pronouns are she, her.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we're waiting on those on questions from the chat. So y'all in the chat, there's a little tiny delay between what happens in the Zoom and what happens on the YouTube. So we're going to wait for those to roll in. As we wait, I think I want to throw it first to Jane because like with the UH 10-Minute Play Festival, there's always one outside submission that is selected to be a part of the festival. And the other 8 plays are student written from the University of Houston. And this is actually the first time, I believe, that we've been able to have an outside submission playwright be a part of, be here and be with us. And so I'm really excited that Jane is able to be here. So, hey, Jane, do you want to introduce yourself, maybe what you're working on right now and maybe what it was like to watch this process sort of happen through this digital form for you and what that means to you to be able to be here?
Sure. I'm just so happy to be part of this festival. You guys all did such a great job. I want to thank everyone who worked so hard and thanks to everyone who's taking the time to watch. I'm a playwright in New York. I'm working on a couple of other short plays right now. I just finished a couple drafts. I'm working on revising those. This process has been super cool. I am definitely not a power Zoom user, so I didn't know what this platform was capable of. And it was really cool to see how the actors could bring these plays to life, not even being in the same room with each other. I think that's really amazing. So you guys have done a great job.
Awesome. Yeah, we felt the same way. It was really a big experiment at first for the quarantine series. We've done a couple plays. We had started with my sort of full length one act, and we moved on to another full length by UH playwright Mick Moats, and it's been really interesting to see. Like, yeah, this platform really does work, especially for new play development. We found to get people live reading. So we've got questions in the chat now. We got one from Brenda. Hey, Brenda, thanks for watching. Addie, it's for Addie Symonds. Was your play based on a true story? She must know. You don't have to answer that if you don't want to. You can turn it, but
For legal reasons, I cannot answer that question.
Addie Symonds refuses to answer your question.
But I can send you a text.
She will answer it in private. Do you want to talk about anything about your plays?
Well, yeah, so I mean, some of it was like me and my mom do a mother-daughter triathlon every year, or not every year. Like we've done it like 3 or 4 times. Like so, it's more like an every other year kind of thing. It's at like a spa in San Antonio, and so I kind of based the mom off of her, and the daughter a little bit off of me, and like kind of just put it in that scenario for sure. But yeah, I thought it translated really well to Zoom. Actually, I feel like there was a lot of stuff we could do over this platform that might not have worked as well on stage, which is really cool. So yeah, I really loved it. So yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. I thought it was really cool too to have it in the cars. Like that was awesome. Okay. So from Mick, actually, so we kind of just got Addie's answer to this, but it's for the playwrights. The only other playwright we have tonight is Comfort on the call. I think she was here earlier.
Comfort, I just added her back in.
Gotcha.
Here.
I'm here. Sorry, my laptop.
Gotcha. Do you have a video, or are we just hearing you tonight?
It's not letting me. It's saying fail to start camera. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Well, do you want to introduce yourself and like what you do at UH and your pronouns?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Comfort. I'm a BFA playwright. Yeah, it's not letting me do the camera, but yeah, I'm a BFA playwright.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. So the question from Mick is, what made you want to write this play? So that's for Comfort. You can go ahead and answer that now, and then we'll go to Jane. And then if you have anything to add to that, Addie, you can hit you last.
This play actually started in one of our playwriting classes in the fall. One of our recurring assignments was an observation piece that we had to, like, every week we had to, out of just observing life, come up with a scenario or story prompted by something we've seen like out in the wild of people. And so this one in particular just started, the seed of it for this one was just, I was in a coffee shop, and the coffee shop that I was at is like notorious for towing people's cars. And I remember sitting there and this man walks in like really frantic. And I just gathered that he had gotten his car towed. And it really struck me because I was just like curious, like what could be in his car that's so important? And I don't know, this just came from it. And then but the content of the play came out of what would the girls be talking about while they were in the car. I was just really interested in exploring.
That was a great answer. That's crazy. I did not know it came from that. Jane, what made you want to write this play?
Well, this play actually started with a real life visit to the emergency room. I was super sick, vomiting all day, completely miserable in the emergency room. And right next to me was this woman who was really loud, really combative. She had literally actually been hit in the head with a mug.
Wow.
And even though I was miserable, I thought this would make a great play. And the situation, which is so ridiculous, I had to explore it. And I was curious, how did she get hit with this mug? What happened? What was she fighting about? And that's how the play started.
That's really funny. You got a really great play out of it too. Addie, do you want to hit what made you want to write this play? You kind of hit it, but you got anything else?
Yeah, I honestly was struggling a lot with my 10-minute for class. I was trying to write a play about like these 2 kids that live in a McDonald's play place, and nothing was coming from that. So I don't know, one day I just really randomly stream of consciousness wrote this kind of based off of just like I don't even remember where it came from exactly, but just this. Okay, fine. It was a true story. But okay. My mom knows it's a true story. Nobody can tell my father, but he's not going to watch the Q&A, so it's fine. But basically, yeah, everything except for the boyfriend on speakerphone was kind of accurate pretty much. And I based the mother and daughter off of me and my mom's dynamic. So yeah.
Nice. Thank you. It's getting juicy here in the Talkback.
They're not in the audience. It's not like this is I'll just show them my play and then we can stop.
It's fine. Cool. Great answers. Those are great answers. So we have a question from Haley. I believe it's Haley Dugan. What's up, Haley? for my actors, so this is to all the actors, will go around. I'll call on you. What's something you found you could relate to with your character, and how do you feel that you implemented that into the process? And Dom, that's weird for you because you have two. So how about we go with Cade first? How did you relate to Jarrett, Cade?
I knew y'all were gonna ask me first, damn it. Okay, Jarrett's a really funny character. He gives off a certain vibe. Like just his like ridiculous, like, oh my God, like we're usually so smart. It was just one time, and just like the fact that he would just straight up, I mean, obviously he didn't say at first why they did it, but he just goes, we wanted to try it. Like that's a really like a blunt answer that, you know, most people wouldn't give to their girlfriend's mom. And I kind of feel like if my back was up against the wall in that situation, and like she already knows, that's something I'd probably do. I'd be like, all right, lady, look, you know, I know we wanted to try it. Why are we doing this? And so just that little segment right there of just the bluntness, that was something I was able to get to.
Nice. Just that brutal honesty, man. Sometimes you gotta be brutally honest. Yeah, that's great. All right, Amy, how did you relate to your character tonight? And how did you
Oddly enough, wait, what?
And so how did you relate to the character, and then how did you implement that into performance?
Right. Oddly enough, the section of the play where she talks about like the staples, I've had that narrative in my head like a lot. Like sometimes I just think about like if I were to like, you know, if something terrible were to happen to me, and like I don't know, staples, like that's crazy. And like I hate whenever I hear like one of my friends that happened to them, and that just like always made me, anyways. But I think that just like kind of the chaotic energy that she has, and the like, you know, she just kind of like wants to own the room still. And I think that I don't know, that's pretty Amy. So yeah.
We had a lot of comments in the chat during the show about typecasting for many people, including Cade. But yeah, do you feel like you were typecasted, Amy?
I mean, I feel like I was cast correctly for the role. So.
No, you did great, and you're so
Thank you.
Awesome. So Dom, how do you feel? So first, I guess, family emergency, and then talk about Comfort's play, Holy Spirit.
Sure. So with family emergency, I myself have a brother. Hello, you're watching. And so we always have the argument of my mom loves you more. No, she loves you more. So I could connect onto that deep level of having a sibling like that, and just that argument. And it was just easy to connect to her with that type of sibling vibe, even though we've never thrown a mug at each other. So that was fun to play around with. And then with Comfort's play, it was a little bit harder for me to connect to that play because I have never been kidnapped or in a situation like that. And I'm also not super religious. But I think the whole Megan's idea of this hope, and I think we can all kind of relate to that now with the situation of that undying hope that you have for something better to come out at the end. And so I really connected with that part of her, and just her like, she's just a cute little girl, you know? I just loved her.
Yeah, that's actually that's a really smart answer. Like that play does sort of have like, unfortunately, like a weird relevance that has just come, that like, yeah, we all are waiting for that thing to change and to get better somehow, some way. And you do a great job of playing that character. You're fabulous.
Thank you.
Anna Maria, you want to talk about how you related to your character and how you implemented that?
Yeah, I grew up extremely religious and extremely devout. And now I am extremely not. And so I've been through sort of all the phases of what it is to be spiritual. And so that particular phase that Sharon was in, the doubting, right, especially in the middle of this crisis, I have definitely been there multiple times. And especially when like my life was in danger, you know. And I've also been in spiritual spaces where music is really, really healing and powerful. And so it really wasn't that hard to connect to her because I've been there. And Comfort's words are just so poignant and come from such a place of honesty that it was just say those words, man, and you'll feel everything.
Nice. Yeah, and I just really love that play, especially the way we found out that we could just have it dark and the light is so awesome. So cool. And I would like to see that on stage too, but like such a good play. Kaylin, how did you relate to Addie's crazy mom character? Or just Addie's mom, I guess.
Maybe this is an unfortunate thing, but I related pretty darn heavily. I am a teacher, and so I teach elementary school, and one of the biggest things that happens all of the time is I'll have a student just do something they were not supposed to. I'm so disappointed, but I love them so darn much that like I've never actually, I care way more about them as a person than I'm actually frustrated with them. And so I just kind of kept thinking that, like, if I had a student that told me this, yeah, you're a big old dummy head, but I love you, you know? And so I feel like for me, that was a big part of it, was just channeling the inner teacher, the inner mama. So yeah, no, it wasn't all that challenging. Yeah.
That's a really good answer. I didn't consider that avenue of being a teacher and that being very similar, but you're right.
Yeah.
Emma.
Okay, so I have never been in the situation that Lucy is in this show. However, I can relate a lot with the like mother-daughter relationship that's there, and like the feeling of, oh my gosh, like am I allowed to curse? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I don't know. Like I just messed up really bad, and now I have to tell my mom. Now I have to come clean, and like, but you know they're gonna feel better afterward. But like still, it's just like so nerve-wracking, and I know that she doesn't even know the half of it about where it's gonna go. But I think that the fact that she can like be honest, the fact she can like be honest with her mom and just come clean to her, I really relate to that with my own mom.
Gotcha. Those are amazing answers. Great question, Haley. Thank you. Thank you all for your questions. It's really great to have y'all hanging out with us. So we have one question from Megan Smallwood that I'm going to kind of save real quick and for our last question. But I do, before we get to that one, I want to ask Addie and Comfort a similar question that I asked Jane. So we had our lovely festival at UH that is actually one of my favorite things on earth, period, is the 10-minute play festival at UH. It unfortunately, it's gone. It's not here this year. But we did get to do this. This is what we've got, and I'm really glad that we were able to do that. How was it for y'all to have your plays produced via this platform? How was it making edits to your play via Zoom and Zoom performance? And how was it to have your play directed via Zoom? What was this process like for you? And what does it mean to have your play done instead of canceled? So Comfort, I guess I'll go to you first. You are muted though. I'm gonna give you one of these. It's our symbol.
Thank you. It's really cool. I've just been really good like sharing work. We've worked so hard on it, or I've written it, but then we got to the process of like workshopping it. But just sharing it is really exciting. It's just one of those things like now that it's out there, I can like really focus on the next that I'm working on, that I'm really excited about. So it was really like nice to say, okay, this is, I think if there's some things I'm going to edit a little bit like after having the full experience, but as far as going to it, it's kind of done, packaged, 10-minute, now I can move on. So it's kind of nice to have that like release of work that I can now put more energy into focusing on other work.
Yeah, that's so real. That like closure of it's up and now I can move on. Like I really feel that. Addie,
yeah,
what's it like for you?
Okay. Well, so I was involved in a couple other productions this semester that I was really sad about getting canceled. And this 10-minute in particular, I was just having trouble with a lot in the development process. So this was like, at first I was like I don't know. I was a little more sad about some of the other stuff that got canceled. But when when we moved it to this Zoom platform, I was like, at first I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. But then when we started working on it, it was like all the things that I was struggling with
for the 10-minute play festival seemed like just translated a lot better to Zoom, which was really interesting. And then I also just felt a lot more comfortable, I feel like, because I don't know, this is just a play about like awkward stuff. Like it's like, I don't know, it was just like me and a bunch of people that I'm like friends with and like really like talking about. And I just felt a lot more comfortable and developing it, and just, yeah, I felt like it was super like positive and like was really happy with how it turned out. But yeah, it was, I just really like, I wish we could have done more performances maybe, because like, you know, the 10-minute play festival, usually we get a whole weekend to run it, and now I'm like, okay, if this is what was capable for this 10-minute play that I didn't want to write, like maybe, I don't know, it would have been nice to have had a whole weekend run of it, but I'm really glad we get like this little Zoom thing anyways.
Yeah. And now it's if you would like that recording, I can get that to you easy peasy. So it exists for perpetuity. We can run this for, you know, a year. You know. Yeah. Good.
My boyfriend this later tonight, so he's
Awesome.
on the West Coast.
Hi Alex. I hope you watched the Talkback.
Oh, we both said hi to Alex.
All right. Yeah. Thank you guys. So, okay, before we hit that last question by Megan, we got another great question from Brenda. And so this is for anybody. So if you want to answer, go ahead and give us a hand raise. So yeah, either benefits that you found to this process as an actor, as a playwright, as a director. We don't have any other directors. Or challenges. So benefits or challenges that you face during this process of doing it through Zoom. All right, Anna Maria, we'll hit you first.
I'm just gonna go ahead and hit one benefit. For me, first and foremost, the greatest part about this is its accessibility. This really removes a lot of the barriers that are often used by establishment professionals to gatekeep theater. It's provided a space that everyone can collaborate and heal during a time of crisis. And even after this crisis ends, like, it's so easy to just get people all together in this space and make art happen and help artists grow and help their work evolve. And it surpasses to most degrees like socioeconomic barriers. It's more accessible to disabled folks. Like, it's just more accessible, and that's dope.
Yeah. Roger copy, totally agree. It's one of the major successes we've found with this process. Madison, what do you got?
And on that, video conferencing for anything used to be kind of a joke before this. It was like, oh, haha, video chat. So the fact that this is like kind of being thought of as a real medium for getting playwrights together, getting actors, and being able to do these workshops, I think has been a really like bright side of everybody using Zoom now.
Totally. Amy, what you got?
I have both. So I think that one of the challenges that ended up kind of turning into a benefit was just like the environment. And I think just like, you know, as an actor, you rely so much on like your other and things like that, and just how your space is. And we're all in totally different rooms and we're acting to a camera and a computer. And it's just kind of, it makes you like shift, and it's kind of uncomfortable at first. But being a difficulty, it also kind of turned into a benefit, just because it shows you like another way to work. And it also just like working on this outside of like everything that's going on, and just like we're not really doing much, we're locked up and things like that. So I think that it brought like a lot of self-discipline as to, you know, like working on your characters and still like memorizing your scripts and doing things like that to just kind of like help build yourself as an actor. So yeah, I think that I definitely viewed it as a difficulty, but it ended up to be really beneficial. So I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, that's a great answer. And yeah, it is really weird because it's like a different style of acting. Yeah, it is very much like film acting, and we're all theater actors. So it's really weird. Emma, did you have something?
I did have something to say. So kind of bouncing off of what Amy said, this really was like a form of escapism for me. Like, one of the things that like really broke my heart was that this got canceled, and I was so looking forward to it, especially because it's like my first show that I was cast in, like in college. and I was so excited for my parents to see it. And it was just like, so my heart just shattered in a million pieces when I found out that it was going to be canceled. But then like you guys contacted me and they were like, oh my gosh, quarantine series, this is just like the coolest thing. So like big benefit is just that I love theater. I love like this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like I'm a fiend for it, you know? So the fact that I can get it in any capacity it's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing.
Thank you. Yeah, no, and we love that we were able to give that to you. Kaylin, what you got?
So I just want to say y'all proved me wrong. Like absolutely proved me wrong. So when this was beginning, not this specific project, but just theater over this type of medium, I was like, this is crazy. The whole point of live theater is that there's connection, that you get, you know what I mean? This doesn't make a lot of sense. There's lagging, all of these crazy things. But ultimately, I really didn't see that as that big of an issue. As long as there was that connection, there were those developed relationships, I didn't see that being as big of a problem. And it also just kind of goes to show you the resilience of those who love this art form. And so thank you guys for doing this, because if you had not done this, I probably would have been even more close-minded to know that this is now a medium that you can learn and grow and develop on. So I know that's not exactly answering the question, but I'm just very surprised that this was as successful as it was. So thank you guys.
Yeah, no, you know, like we started it really, it was an experiment of how good can we make this? And through all of the work that we've done so far, we really are surprised at the quality of work that you can accomplish on this platform. So yeah, thank you. Does anybody else have a challenge? Oh yeah, Jane, what you got?
I actually have a question. I don't know if that's allowed, but kind of going off what Kaylin said, I'm curious how it was for the actors not having an audience reacting to you and for you to interact with. I know as a playwright, it's a little strange because you feel like your words are going out into this vacuum and you have no idea how it's received. So I'm curious how the actors, how you guys all found that acting with no audience.
Yeah, y'all want to raise hands and I can sort of hit you. Dom?
So I have found with definitely more comedic scripts, it is much harder for me because you're kind of needing that energy from the audience. But with like a dramatic script with like Comfort, it was sort of peaceful because it was really just me and Anna Maria going through this issue and just the audience being on board. So the challenge was with the comedic, like, am I doing this right? Is people getting the joke? So trying to play around with that was really interesting for us as actors, at least for me.
Yeah, that's a really good, it's really interesting that, yeah, those two plays are quite different in the tone. And so, yeah, I like, it's really interesting. And as a comedy writer myself, like, yeah, you need, like, I when I'm listening, when I have a play up, I always sit in the back wing and just listen to the audience reaction. I'm obsessed with that. And so, yeah, to not get it is really different. Does anybody else have it answered? What was it like to not have an audience, Emma?
For me, so most of the time I don't really like, I'm never like, oh, I need an audience reaction, because when I'm in a scene, when I'm in, like, you want to be in the moment and you want to just like fully buy into what you're doing. And if you were fully bought in, then you don't really care if there's an audience because they're not like really there. But for me, I think that because you want to see how stuff lands, you know? So whenever we were working in the rehearsal process, we had like, you know, Logan, you were there, Madison, you were there, and we had our directors as well to tell us like, oh, that worked, oh, that didn't, or like even just an organic laugh that would just come out, or a comment of like a reaction. I think that is what really helped me with like figuring out what worked and what didn't, and having that like from your audience. So in a way, we did have an audience during rehearsals. It was just for the real thing. We didn't have it, but it was still okay.
Yeah, you have to like hone your it's like film where you have to really hone your performance and then just send it out and hope that they're getting it, but you really hone it in that rehearsal room. And yeah, I really had fun in the rehearsal rooms for these. It's a blast. Anybody else have what was it like to not have an audience, actors? Awesome. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up with our last question. was from Megan Smallwood, who we all love and adore. It is actually it's directed at me and Madison. So how did y'all come about this brilliant idea? What challenges did y'all face to get it started? And Madison is the one who came up with this idea, this brilliant idea. And so I'll let her talk on that first, and then I'll go next.
So I was lying on my couch and I was really sad. And so I called Logan. I said, play readings virtually, you think? And he was on board immediately because he's a down person. So we talked it through. We kind of figured out like how we wanted to structure it. And then from there, we've used the past two shows that we've done to kind of help. We've learned things. We like from our first one, we learned like maybe we shouldn't do Facebook Live. So we stopped doing Facebook Live. We brought it to YouTube, and YouTube's been great, but Facebook has been great for like getting the word out. So it's been easier in the sense that like I don't have to set up a room every day for rehearsal. I can just, log on to Zoom. But it's harder because like I have to call people and make sure that they're there. And then like I'm calling and like playing as IT while also like being in a Zoom call, which is weird. Learning how to do the sound effects was an interesting thing because sometimes when you have a phone call on Zoom, it does this awful feedback thing and you just want to cry. And kind of figuring out like, we've figured out the artistry of stage directions, how we really need to go through the script and figure out what needs to be articulated through the stage directions and what can be presented and performed on this platform. But it was a really cool time. I'm enjoying it. It gives me something to do when I'm done painting and crafting. So
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and close this out with my answer about the quarantine series. Yeah, when Madison came to me about virtual readings, I was immediately on board because new play development is a survival tactic for me. Like it is what I truly love in this world. It's why I wake up. It's why I get out of bed in the morning. That's why I write plays. It's why I do theater. It's why I'm a dramaturg and director and producer. So for all of that, I had so many gigs stripped away from me by this thing. I worked really hard for the past 6 months to cultivate a lot of gigs this summer that are all gone. And so to start this was, yes, a survival tactic in that I love this work and I need to see it get done. I could not see Houston in which there's no new play development happening for 6 months because of a pandemic sounded horrible. And I really did have faith in the ability to develop new plays through this process and through this platform. So yeah, we started with my play as the guinea pig to sort of work out.
We didn't want to ruin anybody else's plays.
Yeah, we really tweaked and found out a lot of cool stuff about how awful some people can be, and as far as
Zoom
bombers, and it was really interesting. But we got an amazing, I feel like the cast did an amazing job at just rolling with the punches and figuring out like how this platform works to its best degree. And Anna Maria was in that reading, and you can go ahead and watch that reading if you'd like. It's on our YouTube page. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know. The process of new play development, and these are staged readings. And I think what we saw tonight were directed staged readings of 10-minute plays. I would not call them necessarily live performances. And this platform works amazingly for new play process workshops and public readings. And that reason is you can get everybody in the same room so easily. The hardest part of getting people to or doing a play reading is getting everybody in the same room. That is actors, playwrights, people to listen, and the audience. And it's so hard getting people in the same room at the same time. And this platform unlocks that immensely. Doing it online unlocks that immensely. You don't have to drive. There's no economic barriers to getting there, and there's no physical barriers. Like Addie said, her boyfriend in New York can watch this and listen to this, which is amazing. He would not have been able to see her 10-minute without this platform. So I'm rambling, but I really
on that. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
For a staged reading at UH, we'll probably have like 5 to 10 people get there. But for this one, we've had 30 people consistently.
Yeah, so just getting those people in the room has been amazing, and we have always have great questions in the chat. We always have great feedback for writers, and for a writer right now to get that immediate feedback from an audience, that it's invaluable. To continue the art of new play development right now is invaluable. It is incredibly hard to write plays in a vacuum. It is incredibly hard to write plays without having a public reading. In my opinion, and I just love this work. So as far as challenges to get it started, we've faced a lot of skepticism from the establishment, I would say, and from people who are more privileged and who feel like they can take a 6-month break from theater. But so skepticism, but really like technical issues and internet issues and lag and whatnot. But we've worked so hard collectively as a team to figure out ways to minimize those issues and to make this platform as useful as humanly possible. And we're so glad, like, now we were able to do a couple before this 10-minute play festival, and this went off without a hitch. The stream was beautiful. It didn't lag at all. All the plays got a solid performance, and we're just so grateful that all of you joined us and were able to be here tonight. And thank you especially for your questions. And we are just so excited that we're able to bring you this 10-minute play festival. And I think that's a good answer to that question. I'll stop rambling now. So I want to thank everybody who's here tonight, all the artists, especially Jane. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad you were able to be here. Please, everybody, be sure to tune in tomorrow night at the same time at 7 p.m. for our final 4 plays of the 10-minute play festival. My play is in it. You got to go watch it. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm just really excited to be able to share this with you. And I think that's it from me. So thank you all for being here. I hope to see you tomorrow, and have a good night.